Hello and welcome back to XCOM2 War of the Chosen. Form and run, ballistic only, double enemy hit points, and permanent dark events. This is the impossible mode. We're not going to win, but we're going to have a lot of fun. It is month number 5. We haven't lost a soldier so far, but that is soon to be changed. We're not taking our A-team with us on this mission. We are most likely going to face destruction in this next mission. We have the reward of a potential extra scientist, which we badly need, so we can't just let go of the mission. And we have the option to get some extra intel, which we would need to make contact with more regions. However, that being said, I do have my severe doubts of this run moving any further than the 5th month. A reason for that being is I think I miscalculated the speed of us getting XP. We have missed the resistance order of 20% extra XP. That was random, but unfortunately we missed it. So our soldiers are still like trying to grind up slowly but surely. That means the only thing that could carry this run, which is a high-level soldier with abilities that are effectively carrying this run, we haven't reached that point yet. And I feel in month number 5, now being up against mutants, having 4 people, not having proving grounds really, being forced to go into resistance contacts to just keep up with the Doom timer. There's just a lot stacked against us. I'm not sure how we're going to survive the tactical game. So most of the missions here are now tailored towards 6 people with magnetic weapons. This is what you would do at this stage. So, in all honesty, it's going to be difficult. Which means, as soon as we're triggering more than one pack, probably this run could be over. So, I'm very cognizant of this circumstance. We do have a lot of time, though. That is due to the increased hit points. So we can take our time to really advance slowly. And there's the first pack that we're seeing. A patrol approaches. A lot of hit points in that pack. Let's be careful with pulling too many. Oh, wow. Really? Well, let's not be careful with pulling too many. Maybe pulling a lot of them is actually a pretty good idea. How about that, Saiken? No, it is not. It is a terrible idea. Oh god. I was preaching to myself about how I shouldn't pull additional packs, and yet it happened right at the beginning. The tower here, with 3 armor, has way too much armor to reasonably be removed. But with these guys moving to here, we could actually get rid of the only way up, which is here. Plus, both of them would take normal damage and falling damage. I am thinking about finding the right angles to these for these guys, because now we do also have an opportunity here. Clearly, the opportunity is to divide and conquer. Oh, 96% shot just missed. That is unfortunate. So divide and conquer, making sure that we get out of line of sight for most of the enemies. For instance, being here. That's at least half cover. Everyone's in at least half cover, and we only have 2 enemies to worry about at this current moment in time. Escalating panic is never a good thing.
When they get home, we'll have to give our soldiers plenty of time to rest.
So slowly and surely the guys are moving in from the bottom. Oh, hell yeah, that was a nice play. So normally I'm not congratulating enemies for great plays, but I mean, look at that. This completely destroyed our game. Wow. I respectfully must say that I admire what this guy just did. That was really, really good. Okay. Let's somewhat find a solution for this very, very creepy situation. We're getting rid of the stairs. Yet another way less to get up here. And let's maybe also try to somewhat damage the stun lancer. I mean, we got one of them down. That's the reanimation. I don't have an issue with the reanimation because we still have the flashbang, and we're most likely going to use the flashbang. We're now in a full drawn-out firefight in between both sides. And the mech just shows us who's boss, because it was just running upstairs. Nice. Okay, so we need to throw a flashbang down there, getting at least the sectored. Getting the sectored and the captain would be even better. Apparently that's not possible. Yeah, they position quite well. I love missions where I can still learn something from XCOM. And this here is a great learning opportunity. It just is. I mean, look at that. The mech is really, in my perspective, the match winner of it. This awesome shot with the triple hit on the grenades, that's not bad. Now we got to salvage the situation because running away now wouldn't serve us any good. Which means trying to deal as much damage to the mech as possible. Maybe be able to hold off one more round without using our grenades. The zombie's right here, so moving to the back would give us at least enough time to not be shot. We're taking an Overwatch shot though. No, we're not. Okay, that's even better. Trying to still kill the mech. Of course, we're dealing minimum damage instead of the maximum one. That was a 50-50 to kill it. I might even have had the ability to pull off the flashbang grenade, but that didn't work out. We're pretty much at half health now with everyone. Not a huge surprise if you ask me. And there we go. The stun lancer moves in. It's going to try to drop down and lance us. Misses though. We're lucky on the actual execution from their side. I'm not worried about the zombie. It will just disappear relatively soon. It double moves, and I'm not even going to spend an action to do anything against it. Next target will be the stun lancer, clearly. So let's reload. And let's hope we're dealing enough damage towards this stun lancer. This here will kill the zombie and will give us one more turn. Question of the day. Can we get a flank going? Let's see how this plays out upstairs. We're going to reload.
Enemy is still up.
That's really bad. We're going to reposition because we're being marked, and I just want to make sure we're not taking the full heat of all of the others. Stun lancer still not down. Nine, 7, 10, and 7. Actually, we are okay with the healing so far. We're giving innate protocol to the only person that's being seen by everyone. Then let's overwatch. I don't want to shoot into full cover. Yeah, we did the right thing here to use the actual aid protocol. That was very helpful. And now we're slowly getting a handle on the situation. Now, first off, let's kill the stun lancer. Almost there. Right, stun lancer's down. Next, I'd like to propose to remove the sectoid. 2 damage. And he's down. That was a solid shot. Which only leaves us with one little guy. I haven't even looked at the rewards for hacking. I was so busy not dying that I totally forgot about that. We're going to flank. Put a stranglehold on this guy. Alright, he was reloading. Well, that's not a bad thing. moving up, and I forgot about the tower. Yeah, we're not really moving up. That is not a good idea. It really isn't.
Clear.
Okay, he's almost down. I'll take 2 shots just to improve the odds of us hitting him. I always forget about the dark event of return fire, but luckily it only triggers once per turn.
Ready to go.
Let's take a look at the hack rewards.
Infiltrating their system.
No, we're not going to take that. Disorientation is great as a potential weakening for the enemy, but call of reinforcements? No, thank you. So I told you how you shouldn't pull 2 packs because it would lead to your ultimate demise. I still stand very firm with that opportunity. You definitely shouldn't pull 2 packs because there's a very, very real chance of dying.
Confirmed on the move.
I am thinking about just ignoring the tower for now.
Reloaded. All right, I'll go.
Because quite frankly, we need to get into the house, and as long as we don't trigger anything on top of the roof, or try to be on top of the roof, we should be just fine.
I move.
So let's leave the tower to fight for another day and get the F out of this mission.
I hope it's worth it.
Stepping off.
Alright, we're positioning.
Closing on target position now. I'm on it. On Overwatch.
It is under my watch.
So we're fine on the turns. We just saw that there is movement behind this house, which leads me to believe that the last pack is somewhere here. The movement was very remote, so it needs to be distant. Which again tells me we might be more aggressive in moving in, because there's nothing to fear. That being said, if I see that the extraction zone is here, how about
No need to ask twice.
we're getting our nice little movement all the way up to here.
Move, move, move.
Oh, don't you go. No. Why would you go via the rooftop? That was just stupid. Okay. Maybe after all we're going to be successful on this mission. I'm not yet sure whether that's going to happen. Income increased or tech time reduced. Well, the tech time is interesting, but we're almost there, so I think we can go with the income increase, and the 90% success chance is wonderful. That's really good.
System infiltration in progress.
Opening the door.
The VIP is en route to extraction. A 10 batal.
Moving, moving, moving.
I'm going.
I hope it's worth it.
Overwatch.
Non-evade detection.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Scanning.
Okay. Well, the next turn will be us charging for the exit like madman. There's, by the way, the herald of bad news.
Picking up an enemy transport inbound on your current position.
What's over there? Got some advent here.
Well, surprise, surprise. Who would have thought that the last pick is there?
Is it clear?
A confident approach.
Yeah, that's one of the situations where you really don't want to fight. Because really, all you gain are 3 lousy kills. That's not even a lot. And you expose yourself to all kind of really problematic situations. Sometimes you just gotta move out of there.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
4 soldiers wounded. I wouldn't call my rating excellent. Here's the thing, I love how the mission played out because I could learn something. Clearly the range of the missiles is way, way further than I would have anticipated. Although they wouldn't know where we stand, they still have remembered where we finished the turn. And with that knowledge, the AI was able to just like bombard us. I think the actual fight in the house against the 2 packs was pretty okay. We had the high ground position, we had good cover, we chain used our abilities quite well. We always like sorted out the one target that we wanted to kill. First the mech, then the Lancer, and then it was basically cleanup duty. So overall, that was that fight was less sloppy. Actually, it was a pretty solid stabilization fight, but the damage at this point was already done. Now, what I like though is that we haven't just like given up. Sometimes you're being hit by a grenade. Yeah, sometimes it sucks. You're being hit by 4 members at the same, or 3 members at the same time, and you get a lot of falling damage on top of it. So all of that is true. However, you still need to recover from the situation, and getting out of there with 1 week of wounds per person is not bad. I mean, I was assuming that we're not making the mission at all. So 100 intel and a scientist, yes, thank you. That's good. It's actually not bad. I mean, we're now at 5 scientists, which is pretty solid. And once we get the additional Avenger power, yeah, the game thinks we need intel. That's why it is giving us all of these additional intel missions, and also reduce contact costs, because it thinks we are not making contact because we're short on intel. Well, that's not the case. We're at 300 intel. So what we would need is additional Avenger power to power up our research, and we need healing. But I'm now playing it a bit risky. I could go back to the HQ for scanning for healing. If we look at our squad, though, in 4 days with Edgar Allan Poe and Zircon Roby and Random, we would have our prime squad almost like ready again, and we have a really shitty backup squads of squaddies here. So if worst comes to worst, we're going to do a squaddy run. It's definitely not optimal, but we cannot get behind the macro game, because what's probably going to kill us is the avatar progress. So we need to finish this. Soldiers cohesion will meet the next bond level. We finally bonded John and John. It's Zircon and Roby. They like each other now.
We might take the elders by surprise.
And let's take a look what we can do.
Maybe we should try something new.
So we could recover alien loot. Well, that's okay. We could fabricate a PCS. That's also not bad. This here is good if we could actually already use combat intelligence. We have no way of spending the ability points at the moment. Engineers are highly, highly needed. So I think this is going to be probably our next option. Intel is not so much needed. We could go for part 1 of improving. Actually, we could also do the same for the skirmishers. Having them officially unlocked isn't bad, so that would be good. Oh, and this here is really good, but it's for the wrong weapon. This here is an option to get +1 damage for a weapon. Perfect. That's actually something that we always would want to have, but it is for the auto pistol of our Templar, and yeah, that's not happening now. This here could be a thing. This here could be a thing because getting the resistance orders means we have the probability for +20% increased XP. That's actually not bad. Oh, deeper learning, yeah, but there we go. So that's 10% increased XP. That's not bad. It's the first of the 2 orders, and we get a promotion out of it as well. And remember how I was just saying that we're falling back behind on the whole promotion scheme and so on. So that could be a way for us to catch up. You know, at the end, I think we need the engineer the most. It's a tough call, but someone's got to make it. Let's take a look. We do have a ranger left over, so we're going to take him. And what else is left over? We still got 1 ranger here. So we're probably going to go do our rangers on this. Or we take another grenadier. Or another sharpshooter. I know that we have been with Dominica Vega. She had 2 or 3 missions so far, so might as well give her the option. Elin Alois to negate soldier wounded. Hell no. These guys can sit in the med bay as far as I'm concerned. Go and get the engineer, for fuck's sake. So that would put us up with the skirmishers as well. Next up, we might want to increase the Templar. And actually get some resistance orders in. That's my plan so far. Engineers are highly, highly demanded. There we go. That's what we were looking for. Avenger power +3, which means we can do some upgrades, some much needed upgrades. So we could upgrade here. Digital network to give us an additional research option. Probably the better upgrade is the laboratory with 3, and that would upgrade us another research station. I'm down for that. So there we go, 11% further reduction. We're almost done with plated armor, and that's going to be such a huge improvement for us. It's the first real tech upgrade that we have seen so far. We are unfortunately still short. I mean, we need to finish the research comms. That's important. I might as well even scan for faster building time. Yeah. I might as well skin for faster building time because we're short on engineers. We need the resistance contacts.
I have to hand it to him. What these recruits lack in experience,
And
they make
by
up
the
for
way,
in grit.
we can upgrade this here for additional power as well. So we have 2 spare power. Taking the time to get the 400 supply drops, because once we get the upgrade in armor, we might as well want to buy it. So there we go. That's the required upgrade. Predator armor, Tempest armor, a lot of proving ground projects. And modular sniper rifles. We made an astonishing breakthrough. We must research modular sniper rifles, otherwise the opportunity is gone. So then please, by all means, do that. It means that our shitty sniper rifle will have a second modular slot to be upgraded. That could be used for some sort of repeater, for instance, to do instant kills. I mean, yeah. By the way, these 2 guys finally kiss, John and John. There we go. Take a photo, because it took a while to get them to like each other. But now they finally agreed and gave each other a friendly kiss. There is something else we wanted to do. Engineering, yes. Armor. So we need 300 supplies, which we're going to get after the day is done.
For the first time in a long...
There we go. That's the 300 supplies.
Hello, Commander.
We're going to go for Predator armor.
The aptly named Predator armor.
It's not beautiful, but it serves its purpose. With the Predator armor, we have another utility slot. So we're either going for additional grenades, which we could do, or, and I would really propose to do that earlier than later.
Research is proceeding as planned, Commander.
As soon as we're done with this research, I'd like to get into the research of the actual mechs. Mutant could be a thing as well for the increased grenades, but we don't have a proving ground yet, so we need to have the mechs. Because I would want to have blue screen rounds. That's at least an ammunition type. Okay, we're back to 360 intel. We don't want to heal faster. We might want to go to the skirmisher building, build faster in order to get these research comms upgraded. Because then we can make new contact and try to battle the Avatar progress. At the moment, I'm really concerned about this. There we go, new targets. There's we first and foremost in this game mode, I'm not looking at the reward, I'm more looking at the dark events. So we can either counter the Dark Tower. XCOM soldiers will suffer greater losses of will in combat. That sucks. Also, Psionic Storm is in here. Yeah, wow, okay. Then we have Viper rounds. Oh yeah, we're going to very much try to counter this. Although it's not maybe not immediately happening, but Viper rounds would be very, very bad for us. Or a hidden event. No. This one here. Neutralize the field commander. This is bad. Show of force. Intel suggests a large number of Advent troopers present under an Advent-only leadership. Well, that's, guys, what you can expect from our next mission. Gotta hand it to you. This is difficult, so we're going to bring our A-team. This is one of the missions which we actually need to win. So, see you in a second, and stay tuned.